I'm pleased to discuss with you today how my experience using systems thinking has yielded regenerative urbanism as a platform for inventing sustainability success. I'd like to acknowledge contributions from a collaboration with Charles Kelly over the past 10 years. Today, I'll cover our sustainability predicament, key aspects of systems thinking, why use it, how to use it, in 3 cases, and close with a call to practice. It appears to me that our sustainability practice faces a predicament, accelerating life support system insecurity after 30 years of practice. We've made limited progress, but not success. We cannot grow the current economy without crashing nature. Our current approach may not produce sustainability, at least in time. Why? Primarily, we treat symptoms, not the source. We see the problem as environmental instead of as economic. We use a static instead of a dynamic approach. We misspecify sustainability, making sustainable parts instead of sustainable systems. What to do? Maybe we need a new approach. Sustainability is a system state, a systems condition, not a part. We need to be making sustainable systems, not sustainable parts. Jan Gall was famous for saying an endless number of green buildings do not make a sustainable city, pointing to the fundamental systems challenge. Now I'd like to cover the key aspects of systems thinking in my experience and ask you to reflect on what it's been for you in your practice. Systems thinking is a different lens for a different result. Reality is a complex, non-linear dynamic system. Yet our traditional tools and lenses are static, linear, and presume independent parts. With this static approach, today's solutions breed tomorrow's problems because those solutions change the system in unforeseen ways. What are the central features of systems? A system is an interconnected set of elements that is coherently organized to achieve something. Donella Meadows, Thinking in Systems. Reality is a dynamic, nested system of systems. Systems behavior arises from the relationship between the parts. Systems change is often not linear, smooth, or slow, but exponential, discontinuous, and surprisingly fast, potentially irreversible. As we all know, the whole system is greater than the sum of the parts, because systems have emergent behavior that's unpredictable from the parts. In short, we need a systems approach for a systems reality. In planning and design, I've seen systems thinking begin with the recognition that reality is complex, move to interdisciplinary approaches, such as the one underlying the logic of our comp plans to generate citywide performance, expand to the ecosystems approach of architects and planners in the late 20th century, and accelerating into regenerative design in this century, with roots into more formal practices and the application of strategic planning practices when applied to sustainability. Formally, it's a discipline for seeing wholes. It's a basis for shifting the mind from seeing static parts to dynamic wholes, interrelationships, system structures, points of high leverage change, becoming active shapers of reality, creating the future instead of reacting to the present. They help us address the complexity of system breakdown problems like climate change. In short, they yield the capacity to navigate complex systems change effectively. Informally, it's a powerful thinking tool, generating valuable insights, such as what is the real value of energy efficient buildings? When scaled economy-wide, they enable the necessary renewable energy economy. Yet our policies are based only on the limited value of fossil fuel savings. What about the role of the built environment in the future distributed renewable energy economy? It could function as a massive stationary solar energy plant if we used photovoltaic building materials. Yet this potential is not even being considered when it would be the enabling anchor of that economy. Having reviewed the key aspects of systems thinking, we can now ask, why apply it to sustainability practice? I found that using systems thinking revealed the antidote for our predicament. Over time, I connected the dots from our current practice of ad hoc greening and design to the urban metabolism of city sustainability when fully scaled, from regeneration as the core concept to those of the regenerative built environment and regenerative urbanism. and to the new systems planning and designing practice that will produce it. And from the built environment to the economy, revealing the built environment economy connection that links the regenerative built environment to the regenerative built economy, which is the foundation for and spur to the larger ecological economy because it produces the metabolism of city and societal sustainability instead of unsustainability. Connecting the built environment to the economy is transformational and key to sustainability success. When we realize that the built environment is the built economy, we see how our profession's roles shift to being society's lead agents of sustainability success. We're either planning and designing unsustainable or sustainable built environments, economies, and communities. As such, our profession's value propositions increase exponentially, from creating nice-to-have aesthetic value, which is often value engineered out, to creating must-have economic value, which we must now value engineer in for sustainability success by planning and designing the regenerative built environment and associated sustainability economy. As a result, we can now finally design a win-win future of jobs and the environment and resolve the classic but false trade-off that's been a barrier to sustainability progress for decades. Now, how do we shift to a regenerative system sustainability practice? From parts sustainability to system sustainability. By redefining our understanding and practice around regeneration as the core principle and producing regenerative built environments. Second, we shift our focus from silos to systems. This shift connects the human economy and society to the biosphere's living system, not with net negative impact mitigation as we do now, but at the foundational level of operating principles and systems performance imperatives that produce sustainability and success. We can simply catch the wave of the emerging approach. There's no need to invent it anew. It's already bubbling up in our practices innovation, in planning, formulating the policies and rules for producing regenerative settlements, urban design, adding water and habitat, in architecture, prioritizing energy efficiency and biophilia, in landscape architecture, shifting from aesthetics to habitat creation, and in utilities, shifting from gray to green urban infrastructure. We simply need to recognize it, learn it, grab it, and go. Then we can make the key move. We connect our current sustainability planning and designing practice to the regenerative living systems performance imperatives of sustainability. Doing so produces system sustainability, not unsustainability, disequilibrium, and collapse. But what are these imperatives? These are the regenerative systems performance imperatives. We adopt them for our human systems and innovate to system sustainability performance to reclaim and produce life support system security for human and ecological systems. These are the North Stars of sustainability. Make full cost decisions, 100% renewable energy, 100% organic food production, no waste by design, 100% continuous material cycling, no destruction of nature. In short, we use what we might now term biosystems mimicry to create the regenerative built environment, which is part of and in turn spurs the creation of the larger circular ecological economy of sustainability. Connecting our work to the sustainability imperatives illuminates the real gap to sustainability success to which we need to innovate, and it shows us the right direction and the big moves as follows. Enhancing both ecological and economic carrying capacity by design, by transforming current linear flows into circular flows and continually increasing productivity. Redefining regulations that stop simply reducing impacts and start eliminating impacts at their source. Using new geodesign and powerful planning tools that enable the next generation of systems planning and design practice. They allow us to learn, test, and scale good planning, design, and sustainability practice quickly. Making the market for regenerative urbanism, Practice is ahead of the market. We can start buying it now from leading consultants using existing budgets to start reconfiguring cities as regenerative life support systems. Our challenge is to use regenerative urbanism to create a circular, regenerative, ecological, built environment, economy, and community. To do so, we must specify and pursue the innovation and investment program that will create regenerative built environments and the larger circular ecological economy, which when scaled globally will create inclusive prosperity, having only positive environmental impacts. Doing so will restore damaged nature, reverse climate change in time, and expand human and natural system productivity. This is likely the only solution for climate change and unsustainability. Now, we'll review 3 cases that are examples of progress towards regenerative urban metabolism and economy from a regenerative built environment. The first is Kashiwa Noha, Japan, where they're creating an innovation campus and smart city neighborhood from the largest platinum certified LEED neighborhood plan. They pursued an innovation in governance, creating a new agent capable of innovating all the way to sustainability success. The second is Central Soma, San Francisco, where we tested regenerative city ideas on an area planning process, with the main innovation being integrating water, heat, and waste cycling using 4 big ideas: district water heat exchange, coordinated blue-green infrastructure, connected blocks and buildings, integrated resource and material cycling. And a high-level pro forma revealed approximately $2 billion of market value premium from creating this regenerative metabolism performance. The third is the Albina neighborhood in Portland, Oregon, where a highway cover project reconnected land uses, established green infrastructure to move towards regenerative system sustainability as the basis for intergenerational wealth creation, and established a governing entity to restore and enhance this Black historic Albina community. Regenerative urbanism is the antidote to our sustainability predicament. It's an emerging systems innovation for sustainability success, arising organically in our profession's innovation, and that needs to be fully developed in practice. It's the only approach that will establish the economy of inclusive global prosperity in perpetuity, which is also essential for generating the collaboration needed for climate change success, and incidentally, it's simply a better business model. As such, it's the only approach that will simultaneously mitigate the twin challenges of climate change and unsustainability, and only for the cost of climate change. In addition, it's the best defense against the increasingly hostile conditions that will arise during the 100-year-long plus period of climate success recalibration. And finally, it transforms and expands our profession's value in a new role that society needs, leading society to sustainability success. Regenerative urbanism is a call to a new practice capable of achieving sustainability success in time. It involves shifting to regenerative systems practice, connecting to systems imperatives, innovating to systems performance, leveraging the built environment economy connection and our new role and value to create the regenerative built environments underlying sustainability. It involves testing and scaling the new practice with the new powerful geodesign and systems planning tools. And finally, using existing budgets to start funding regenerative sustainability now to jumpstart the shift and make the market instead of continuing to accelerate unsustainability. With that, I'd like to invite you to join the global practice towards regenerative living system sustainability success, with cities around the world now innovating towards regenerative urbanism with bold programs and projects. Please join this path to success. I'll close with the central question: is systems thinking the basis for the new approach needed for sustainability success? With that, I thank you for listening. I look forward to your questions and comments, along with the 3 presentations that follow.